Big wings. Everyone has seen a big wing. It either brings a smile to your face or it makes you cry because some dumbass put it on a car that just does not deserve a big wing like that. Today we're going to be taking a look at factory cars that just came with some pretty ridiculous looking wings. Now these are all opinionated, so don't get your panties in a bunch. I'm also not doubting the functionality of them. Some of them I might say are less functional than others, at least just appearance wise. I just don't see how that would be a very functional wing, but hey, I'm not an engineer, so I don't know. Also doesn't necessarily mean the car is rice. Get that through your head. I'm also not stating that. So let's just dive right in no particular order. First car we're going to be looking at is a Ford Mustang Cobra R, and that wing is just, wow, that has aged so poorly. The Cobra R, one of my favorite cars in Forza Horizon 4, but I just cannot stop looking at that wing. I never put it on my car whenever I have that car in the game. I've seen this car in photos, and before I knew what it was, I couldn't believe that a car manufacturer put that on their car and thought it was a great idea. I'm sure it's functional to a certain extent, but at the same time, just look at that. That is disgusting. Just the whole, oh my God, it is just, every angle of it is just bad. It is bad. It screams early 2000s. That is a nasty, nasty wing. I mean, wow. And I feel bad for the people that like the wing and they put it on their car, because then they have to defend it, and it's a hard wing to defend. I mean, I know you can say it's from the Cobra R and Ford, you know, designed it and stuff like that, but it's a hard wing to defend because not many people know this wing. It's a rare wing for sure. It's a rare wing. I don't think I've ever seen one in person, but I have seen some people on Instagram with them, and it is a weird looking wing. It straight up looks like some fucking DIY shit, okay? Next wing or wings we're going to be taking a look at is the all-new Honda Civic Type R. Now, when this car dropped, I couldn't with the wings. It was like a weird combination of like an STI wing and like a Toyota Celica wing. It was just bad. It was just bad. And then there's like two of them too. So we got the primary wing, which is up top. It's the one that most people notice. But then there's also a little secondary wing that like holds your third brake light. And it's a weird design. It is really, really floppy too, okay? I've been around a few Type Rs, and whenever they close the trunk, or the hatch, whatever you want to call it, whenever they close it, you just hear it kind of rattling and shaking like cheap plastic. So the functionality of these, I'm sure it does something, but it just makes you look like a Type R driver. So, you know, love it or hate it, it is the Honda Civic Type R wing. You know, Honda Civic, maybe they're just owning the brand. They know that a lot of Honda people like this kind of shit. So, hey, you know, good for them. It's a good marketing scheme right there. So they got a lot of people to like their Type R wing. I'm personally not the biggest fan of it. It is a really, really weird design. Like I said, it's like some weird STI wing mixed with like a Celica wing. It's big. And I just, you know, one or the other, okay? I don't think it needs both of them because that is way too much in my opinion. This one is probably going to hit you guys out of left field, but the next one that we're going to be talking about is the GTR Nismo wing. Now, I've talked about this wing in a couple videos before. It's not what you would expect a Nismo wing to look like. Like, legit, the first time I saw it, I didn't think it was a Nismo wing. I just didn't think it was one. Just, you know, the wing itself isn't too bad. It's just, I don't know what these would technically be called, but the little side fins, that's what I'm going to be calling them. The little side fins or flippers, one or the other. They don't fit with the car. It's just, the car is so flowy. It's got really nice lines, and then the wing is just really jagged. Like, I don't know. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this wing. It's a weird wing, okay? I know a lot of GTR fanboys too that would agree with me. It's a weird looking wing. Everything else about it is fine. I don't mind everything else, but the flippers on the side, I'm not a huge fan of them. Like I said, I think I was roasting subscriber cars in a different video. It looks like a state in the United States. I don't know which one, but straight up, if you threw that on a map somewhere, it would look like a state. Maybe Arkansas. I don't know. I don't have a photographic memory, and I don't know what the United States map looks like. Just a weird looking. It's for sure just weird. I don't know. You know, I know there's gonna be a lot of people defending it, but Drew Peacock, that's a Nismo wing. You can't Weiss. You can't. It's not Weiss. It's not Weiss. It's a Nismo wing. You can't roast it. It's a Nismo wing. You can't roast that. I'm not roasting it. It's just a weird design, in my personal opinion. The Plymouth Superbird, or any of the other clones of the Superbird, whatever you want to call it, this wing is ridiculous. It is probably one of the biggest wings, if not the biggest, that has ever come on a factory car, at least in the United States. Ridiculous. Look at that thing. Now, when people say limbo bar and bleachers or salad bar, this is where it all originated from. Because look at that motherfucking wing. Holy shit. Like, it is a bench. It is a workbench. You can use it as a sawhorse. It is huge. Ridiculous. By far, one of the most ridiculous wings ever. I don't really need to say too much about this car. It speaks for itself. That is a big-ass wing, okay? It's ridiculous. I'm not saying it's not functional. I'm not saying that this car wasn't impressive, especially for its time. Don't get this shit, you know, all twisted in your mind. That kind of rhymed. Wow. But anyway, I'm not saying any of that shit. It's just a really ridiculous wing. We're just looking at wings, guys, okay? I'm not saying anything about the cars themselves. I know you guys are really sensitive, but I'm not saying none of that shit. All right, let's move on. All right, going a little bit more tamed. We've already talked about, you know, this wing a little bit, but the Toyota Celica wing, it is, like I said, it just, I mean, look at this. This and the Type R wing look very similar. I mean, they go hand in hand. This looks like what the Type R was, you know, modeled after. It looks like this wing, honestly. I mean, look at this wing really quick. And then look at the Type R wing. They look like they go hand in hand. I mean, I don't really need to speak for this one either. It's a Celica. It doesn't really need a wing like this. But hey, you know, styling cues. We all get it. You know, we got to sell our cars to the younger crowd, and it's a ridiculous wing on a factory car. Another car out of left field, the Dodge Neon SRT4 wing. It's I don't know. It's just, it fits with the car. You know, it's soft lines and everything like that, but it's just, it feels out of place. Like, I mean, we're so used to seeing it on a Dodge Neon to where it feels like right at home, but it's just there. It's just there. This wing is probably one of the least functional wings out there, I would guess. Just by looking at it, I don't see much coming from this wing. I don't see it, you know, producing a lot of downforce, especially on a front wheel drive car. But it is just a really out there wing. Yeah, again, not as bad as some of the earlier contenders, but this wing is this one for sure makes the list. Now, some honorable mentions goes to the Subaru WRX STI wing. This is probably one of the more iconic wings out there, or spoilers, whatever you guys want to call them. Everyone knows what the STI wing looks like. We've all seen it before. And the reason why I call this one an honorable mention is because everyone kind of knows the STI wing, and it's kind of just iconic for the WRX STI just to have a really big out there wing, hashtag rally life. So I threw this one in as an honorable mention, along with, of course, the Evo wing. Evos and STIs, they both have very, very out there wings. And obviously you can get a more mundane one, but the STI wing is by far one of the more out there wings. But it's so you just know that it's an STI wing when you see it. So it's not really crazily, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's kind of just, you know, expected at this point. We're all used to it at this point. So, but the STI and the Evo wing, both crazy wings, but you know, they're kind of just known for that. So it's nothing really shocking at this point. And here we go. The last car of the video is the BRZ TS. Now, here in America, I personally have never seen a BRZ TS yet. I don't know if they're out for sale yet in America. I know they started their production in 2018, but I've never seen one, so I don't know if anyone's actually buying these. Now, the BRZ TS, for those of you that don't know, got a huge upgrade. It got a wing. There you go. That was a huge upgrade for the most part. So, yeah, if you wanted a pre-riced out BRZ, there you go. You get the Amazon wing on it. So, I know, guys, I said, you know, I wasn't going to make fun of any of these cars. But, I mean, really, Subaru, like, you have the BRZ that everyone wants. Just throw a fucking turbo on it and sell it pre-turboed from factory. Let people modify it how they want. Don't throw a stupid-ass wing on the back and call it a day. Like, whose idea was this? Come on. Like, I don't know. Personally, it looks like a BRZ wing. It looks like what you would see just a normal BRZ person put on their car, but just throwing it on from factory on this car just doesn't really make sense to me. It's got 205 horsepower. Up the horsepower a little bit before throwing a wing on it. You didn't do all that much, Subaru. I'm sorry. Now we'll see once I see more of them here in America. Like I said, I don't know if they're on sale here, or I don't know if they're out here yet. So once I start seeing them, maybe it won't look as bad in person, but you know, looking at it right there, I mean, that is a big-ass wing on a little BRZ. Come on, Subaru. I don't know what you guys are thinking. You guys dropped the ball on this one. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about car manufacturers putting crazy wings on cars like this. Obviously, I can't list every car that has a crazy wing, so if you want to comment some down below, go ahead. Like, the ZR1 has a pretty crazy wing, but again, I just can't list all of them. I can't make this video an hour long or something like that. So go ahead and comment some down below if you want. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the Peacock flock. Pick up some merch to support the channel, link in description down below. And until next video, peace.